I sat across from my wife and watched her push the folder toward me. "Sign," she said, calm as if she were approving a budget. I stared at the folder. "You didn't even hesitate." She crossed her legs. "Why would I?" Her office was huge. Glass walls. City below. I felt smaller than I ever had. "You called me here just for this?" "Yes." She checked her watch. "I have another meeting in 15 minutes. I looked at her face. Perfect makeup. Cold eyes. "Is that all I get?" 15 minutes. "You're being emotional," she said. "This is business." "That's the problem," I said quietly. "Everything with you is business." Her lips tightened. "You knew who I was when we married." "I knew you were ambitious," I said. "I didn't know love would be optional." She leaned back. "Love doesn't build empires." I swallowed. "So what did I fail at?" She didn't answer right away. Her assistant stood by the door, pretending not to listen. A lawyer sat beside her, flipping pages. I felt surrounded. "You failed to grow," she said finally. "I outgrew you." I nodded. "Because I don't earn enough?" She didn't deny it. "Because you don't match my level." "I supported you," I said. "I cooked. I waited. I listened." "You existed," she replied. "That's not the same." The lawyer cleared his throat. "If you'll sign, we can finalize today." I laughed once. It sounded wrong in the room. "You really planned everything." "Of course," she said. "I don't act without preparation." I looked at her. "Did you ever love me?" She paused. "Just a second." "I loved who you could have been." That hurt more than shouting would have. Her assistant avoided my eyes. I remembered late nights waiting for her, meals gone cold, birthdays rescheduled. I remembered choosing silence because I thought patience meant loyalty. "You're offering me nothing," I said. She shrugged. "You brought nothing." The words sat heavy. I felt my chest tighten, but my voice stayed steady. "And if I refuse?" She smiled faintly. "You won't." I opened the folder. Clean pages. Clear terms. Clean exit. My name looked small at the bottom. "You're sure?" I asked. "No second thoughts?" She stood. "I don't live with regrets." I picked up the pen. My hand didn't shake. That surprised me. The lawyer leaned forward. "Initial here. Then sign." I signed. The pen felt light. Too light. Her assistant gasped softly. My wife frowned. "That was easy." "I won't beg," I said. "You never did," she replied. "That was part of the problem." I slid the folder back. "We're done then." "Yes," she said. "You can collect your things this week." I stood. "Anything else you want to say?" She thought. "I hope you find something you're good at." I smiled. "I already did." She didn't notice. As I walked out, I heard her say, "Close the door." The click echoed. The elevator ride down felt longer than the marriage. My phone buzzed. I ignored it. In the reflection, I barely recognized myself. Calm. Quiet. Empty. I remembered why I hid my past. Why I chose a small life beside a powerful woman. I wanted love without price tags. Outside, the city noise rushed back. Cars. Voices. Life moving forward without me. She thought I was leaving with nothing. I didn't correct her. Not yet. I carried my last box into the apartment and shut the door. The silence answered me. "This is it," I muttered. The place was small. One bedroom. One window. A mattress on the floor. It smelled like dust and new paint. I sat down and laughed. "You really fell far." No one replied. That night, I lay awake and stared at the ceiling. "You wanted simple," I told myself. "Congratulations." My phone buzzed. "Did you move out?" my mentor asked. I did. "You signed?" he said. "Yes." He exhaled hard. "Why did you let her humiliate you?" "I loved her," I said. "I didn't want to compete." "You abandoned a dynasty for love," he said. "You erased your name." "I wanted a marriage," I replied. "Not a negotiation." "You hid behind another identity," he said. "You let her think you were weak." "I let her think I was normal." He went quiet. "Do you regret it?" I looked around. "I regret believing silence was loyalty." The door knocked. "Who is it?" I asked. "It's me," my cousin said. "Open up." I opened the door. She stepped inside and frowned. "This place is depressing." "Nice to see you too." She dropped her bag. "So the powerful wife kicked you out." "We divorced," I said. "Mutual decision." She laughed. "You're terrible at lying." "I'm fine." "You always say that when you're not," she said. Why didn't you tell her who you are? I wanted her to choose me, I said. Not my balance sheet. And now, she asked. Now she chose power. My phone buzzed again. Listen, my mentor said, your assets are still under my control. One call in. No, I cut in. Not yet. My cousin crossed her arms. You can't hide forever. I can try. You're betraying yourself, she said. Again. I closed my eyes. I just need time. To mourn? She asked. To breathe. She softened. She didn't see you. I know. She will, my mentor said quietly. Soon. Why? I asked. Because her company is bleeding. I sat up. What do you mean? An investor pulled out, he said. Then another. My cousin looked at me. Is that bad? It's not coincidence, I said. You're holding firm, my mentor continued, was the silent partner. I swallowed. She doesn't know. Yet, he said. The room felt smaller. So what will you do? My cousin asked. I stared at my phone. Nothing. That's impossible, she said. No, I replied. It's intentional. The call ended. I lay back on the mattress and whispered, I never wanted revenge. The phone rang again. Unknown number. I answered. Hello. Mr. Hale, a voice said, we need to discuss your ex-wife's company. I closed my eyes. She still thought I was gone. I let the phone rest on my chest. Call me tomorrow, I said. Not tonight. The line went dead. My cousin sat beside me. You okay? No, I said. But I will be. You always say that like a promise, she replied. It's a warning, I said. To myself. She studied my face. You're still protecting her. I'm protecting what I was, I said. If I rush, I'll become someone I hate. My mentor spoke again through a message. Remember who you are. I typed back. I remember why I left. The room grew quiet. I stood and opened the window. Traffic noise poured in. This is my reset. My cousin nodded. Then stop hiding. Soon, I said. When the truth hurts less than the lie. She smiled sadly. She's going to regret this. I don't need her regret, I replied. I need my name. I sat back down and checked my balance on a secure app. Numbers filled the screen. I locked it. I'll sleep, I said. You won't, she replied. She was right. I lay back, hands behind my head, and whispered, I survived leaving once. The ceiling didn't answer. I can survive this too. My phone stayed silent. For the first time, that felt honest. I closed my eyes and waited. Somewhere across the city, her empire was cracking. I didn't touch it. Not yet. I breathed slowly, counting seconds, learning how to exist alone. Again today. I watched the news on mute while I drank coffee. Her company logo filled the screen. Red numbers crawled beneath it. Investor withdrawal, the anchor said. I turned the volume up. They lost Eastbridge overnight, my mentor said on the phone. That was your old channel. I know, I replied. You didn't pull it, he said. No, I said. I didn't have to. Silence stretched. This is happening fast, he said. I never planned this, I answered. I wanted distance, not damage. Distance doesn't stop gravity, he said. People fall when support disappears. I ended the call and dressed slowly. Watch. My real name on the cuff. It felt strange, like wearing my own skin again. At the hotel ballroom, a man shook my hand. Mr. Hale. Thought you vanished. I stepped aside, I said. Smart move, he replied. You let others expose themselves. I smiled politely. Another voice cut in. You're late. I turned. Still early enough. The rival CEO grinned. You always were. I wasn't always, I said. I learned. He studied me. Why disappear for 5 years? I trusted the wrong silence, I replied. He laughed. Marriage? Yes. That explains the humility, he said. And the patience. We walked together. Heads turned. People whispered my name. No one ignored me. You command rooms again, he said. I never stopped, I replied. I just stayed quiet. Your ex-wife, he said carefully. She's struggling? I heard. She cut staff, he said. Sold assets. I know. You feel guilty? He asked. I paused. I feel responsible. That's not the same. Inside, lights flashed. Applause rolled. I stood on stage and spoke for 3 minutes. No notes. No nerves. After, a woman approached. Your timing is perfect. Timing is honest, I said. She nodded. We want your firm involved. I'll review, I replied. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. I answered. Yes. Mr. Hale, a nervous voice said, this is Elena from Phoenix Holdings. I stopped walking. We'd like to schedule a meeting, she said, regarding a potential acquisition. Of what? I asked. Your ex-wife's company, she said. The room blurred slightly. I'll have my team contact you, I replied calmly. When I hung up, the rival CEO watched me closely. That was her. She doesn't know, I said. She will, he replied. Not yet, I said. Later I sat alone near the window. City lights flickered like warning signs. She trusted me once, I whispered. I didn't save her. My mentor texted. Board approved next phase. I typed back. Delay execution. He responded. You're hesitating. I'm choosing, I wrote. A memory surfaced. Her voice. Be stronger. I laughed softly. I am. The rival CEO sat beside me. You're not enjoying this. No, I said. That scares me more. Why? Because revenge was never the goal. He nodded. Then what is? Closure, I said. Without blood. My phone rang again. Same number. We've confirmed availability, Elena said. Tomorrow morning. Send details, I replied. She hesitated. You are the final authority, correct? Yes, I said. Understood. The call ended. I stared at my reflection in the glass. Calm face. Steady eyes. She'll walk into that room expecting leverage, I murmured. The rival CEO raised his glass. To truth. I didn't raise mine. I stood and straightened my jacket. To consequences. As I left, applause echoed again. Not for me but for something ending. She still believed I was small. She scheduled the meeting herself. I didn't stop it. I went home and opened my laptop. Her company profile filled the screen. I never wanted to hurt you, I said quietly. The cursor blinked. I just stopped protecting you. I closed the file and shut the lid. Tomorrow she would finally see me. And nothing would be the same. I sat at the head of the boardroom table and folded my hands. The door opened. She walked in. Her heels stopped for half a second. She didn't look at me yet. Good morning, she said, professional, controlled. Thank you for meeting on short notice. You're welcome, I said. Her head snapped up. She stared at me. That voice. Silence swallowed the room. Her fingers tightened around her tablet. No. I met her eyes. Sit down. The board members looked between us. One cleared his throat. No one spoke. She forced a smile and Saturday, this isn't funny. It's not meant to be, I said. She swallowed. You work here. I own it. Someone gasped. That's impossible, she said. You don't have the background. I do, I replied. You just never asked. Her hand shook as she placed it on the table. You lied to me. I never lied, I said. I just didn't compete. That's lying by omission, she snapped. No, I said calmly. That's restraint. A board member leaned forward. Mr. Hale is the final authority. Her eyes widened. Hale? I nodded. My real name. Her smile cracked. You expect me to believe this? I expect you to listen, I said. She laughed sharply. You lived in my house. You drove my car. I let you lead, I said, because you needed control. She stood. This is manipulation. Sit, I said, voice steady. She froze. Slowly she sat back down. The room felt heavy. You hid everything, she said. Why? Because I loved you, I replied. And I didn't want power between us. Her voice trembled. Power is everything. That's where we differ, I said. She looked around the table. You all knew? They avoided her eyes. She turned back to me. So this is revenge? No, I said. This is business. She clenched her jaw. You enjoyed watching me struggle. I watched, I said. I didn't touch anything. You let it happen. Yes, I said. The same way you let me disappear. Her eyes filled. She blinked hard. I needed someone strong. I said. You just didn't value quiet strength. She laughed bitterly. You could have saved us. I tried, I said. Every day you ignored me. The board chair spoke carefully. We're here to discuss terms. She looked at him. You're choosing him over me? We're choosing stability, he replied. She faced me again. What do you want? I slid a document across the table. A professional partnership. Her breath hitched. After everything? I'm offering you survival, I said. Not punishment. She scanned the pages. Her hands shook again. You'd still work with me? Yes, I said. Under conditions. Her voice dropped. Control. Transparency, I corrected. Shared authority. She looked up. You trust me again? I trust systems, I said. People earn their place. She stood slowly. You're cruel. No, I replied. I'm fair. Tears spilled despite her effort. I divorced you because I thought you were weak. I nodded. I know. She covered her face for a moment. The room stayed silent. When she looked up, her eyes were red. I didn't see you. I stood beside you, I said. You never looked back. Her voice broke. I destroyed my own marriage. Yes, I said. And I won't rebuild it. She flinched. This offer, I continued, is the last personal thing I'll give you. She stared at the papers again. If I refuse? Then I acquire the company outright, I said. Without you. She closed her eyes. You always did plan ahead. I learned from you, I said. She let out a shaky breath. You were the only one who never wanted anything from me. I wanted you, I said simply. She nodded once. I didn't deserve that. She signed. The pen clicked loudly. I stood. Meeting adjourned. As I walked past her, she whispered, You won. I stopped. No, I said. I survived. I left the room without looking back. Behind me, I felt her realization settle. She didn't lose a company. She lost the only man who stood beside her without asking for power. My phone rang at midnight. I stared at the screen. Her name glowed. I didn't answer. It rang again. I know you're awake, she said when I picked up. I usually am, I replied. I can't sleep, she said. Every time I close my eyes, I hear your voice. That's not my problem, I said. I deserve that, she whispered. But I still need to say it. Say what? I asked. I'm sorry. I leaned back in my chair. You've said that before. I didn't mean it before, she said. I was afraid. Of what? I asked. Being small, she said. Being ordinary. I closed my eyes. You were never ordinary. I made you feel that way, she said. Yes, I replied. You did. Silence hung between us. I miss you, she said. That's loneliness, I said. Not love. She inhaled sharply. You've changed. I had to, I said. You left me no choice. The line went quiet. The next morning another call came. This time it wasn't her. Is this my former son-in-law? A stiff voice asked. Yes, I said. This is her mother, she said. We need to talk. I don't think we do, I replied. You always were disrespectful, she said. But I'm asking for help. I almost laughed. That's new. Our family is under pressure, she said. Your connections could help stabilize things. You never thought I had any, I said. She hesitated. People change. No, I said. Masks fall. She sighed. You're enjoying this. I'm tired, I said. That's different. Another knock sounded at my office door. Come in, I said. Mara stepped inside and smiled gently. You forgot lunch again. I wasn't hungry, I said. She placed a sandwich on my desk. You say that every time you're hurting. I ended the call. We'll talk later, I told her mother. Mara sat across from me. That was her family. Yes, I said. They want something, she said. They always do, I replied. Mara studied my face. And what do you want? I opened my mouth then stopped. I don't know anymore, I said. She nodded. That's honest. My phone buzzed with a message. I would do anything to fix this. I showed Mara the screen. She didn't react. Do you believe her? I used to dream about hearing that, I said. Now it feels late. Because it is, she said softly. She hurt me, I said. But I don't want to hurt her back. That's growth, Mara said. Not weakness. That night she called again. I spoke to my mother, my ex-wife said. She crossed a line. She did, I replied. I'm ashamed, she said. Of her. Of myself. I know, I said. Can we meet? She asked. Not for business. No, I said gently. She cried then. Not loudly. Just enough. I ruined everything, she said. Yes, I replied. But you can still live. She breathed unevenly. You're letting me go. I already did, I said. The call ended. Mara watched me hang up. How do you feel? Tired, I said. Lighter. You didn't punish her, she said. I didn't save her either, I replied. Mara smiled. That's peace. I looked at the dark window. For the first time, the silence didn't hurt. I thought revenge meant destruction. I was wrong. Sometimes it meant choosing not to burn what was already ash. I turned off my phone. And I slept. The headline flashed across my screen. Internal fraud confirmed. Board fractures. I exhaled slowly. You did this to yourself. My mentor called. Media's circling. I expected that, I said. Executives are leaking, he added. The ones she ignored. I warned her about silence, I replied. You're still not signing? He asked. No, I said. I won't finish it. Silence followed. Then, you're letting her fall. I'm letting her stand alone, I said. There's a difference. An hour later she asked to see me. No lawyers, she said. Please. I agreed. She waited in the empty conference room. No assistants. No confidence. Just her. You look tired, I said. She laughed weakly. I haven't slept. You used to say sleep was for the weak, I replied. I said a lot of stupid things, she said. I sat across from her, not beside her. They're all gone, she said. The ones who promised loyalty. They were loyal to power, I said. Not you. She nodded. I taught them that. She looked up. Why didn't you stop this? I tried, I said. Years ago. At home. Her lips trembled. I didn't listen. No, I agreed. She folded her hands. I thought love without power was useless. I leaned back. And I thought love could survive disrespect. We stared at each other. I was afraid, she said. If I wasn't strong, I'd be nothing. You were never nothing, I said. You just never rested. Tears slipped down her face. She didn't wipe them away. They're blaming me publicly, she said. People I promoted. They learned from you, I said gently. She laughed through tears. Even now you're kind. I'm honest, I said. She looked at the documents on the table. If you sign, it ends. Yes, I said. And if you don't? You face it, I replied. Alone. She nodded slowly. You're punishing me. No, I said. I'm respecting you. She frowned. How is this respect? Because saving you now would erase the truth, I said. And you deserve truth. She closed her eyes. I lost everyone. You lost me first, I said. She opened her eyes. I didn't realize that was everything. I stood. It was. She reached out. Stay. I stepped back. I already stayed longer than I should have. Her voice broke. I don't know who I am without control. You'll learn, I said. Or you won't. The door opened. A board member walked in. We need your decision. I looked at her. She nodded once. I won't be signing, I said. The board member stiffened. That changes everything. Yes, I replied. It should. He glanced at her, then left. She stared at the empty doorway. They've chosen. They always do, I said. She whispered, I thought power would protect me. It isolates, I said. Love protects. She looked at me, eyes red. I chose wrong. Yes, I said. She laughed softly. You don't sugarcoat. I never did, I replied. You just didn't hear me. I picked up my coat. Will you ever forgive me? She asked. I paused. I already did. She blinked. Then why does this hurt? Because forgiveness doesn't cancel consequences, I said. She nodded, defeated. You're walking away. Yes, I said. Without looking back? I already looked, I replied. I saw everything. I turned toward the door. Thank you, she said quietly. I stopped. For what? For loving me when I was unbearable, she said. I didn't turn around. Take care of yourself. The door closed behind me. Outside, reporters shouted questions. I didn't answer. I walked past them all. Behind me, her empire fell quietly. No fire. No applause. Just truth settling into place. And for the first time, I felt nothing pulling me back. It was over. I signed my name at the bottom of the document. Not the alias. My real name. My mentor watched me carefully. That still feels strange? Yes, I said. But it feels right. You hid too long, he said. Strength without identity is still fear. I nodded. I finally understand that. He leaned back. People are asking for meetings again. Not whispers. Direct calls. I'll take them, I said. Openly. Good, he replied. No shadows anymore. Later that day I met an old friend for coffee. You disappeared, he said. We thought you changed. I did, I said. I just came back whole. He smiled. You look lighter. I am, I replied. My phone buzzed. Mara. Dinner? She asked. Yes, I said. No cancellations. She laughed. Progress. At the restaurant she studied me. You don't flinch when people recognize you now. I stopped hiding, I said. It wasted energy. You were afraid, she said gently. I was, I admitted, of being loved for the wrong reasons. And now, she asked. Now I let people choose, I said. And I choose myself. She raised her glass. To honesty. To peace, I replied. A message arrived while we ate. She's working retail now. Temporary job. I read it once and locked the screen. Mara noticed. News? Yes, I said. Do you want to talk about it? No, I replied. I don't feel anything. That's not cold, she said. That's healed. I thought about the woman I married. Ambitious, afraid, brilliant, lost. She's learning how to exist without control, I said quietly. Mara nodded. That's hard. So is learning how to exist without hiding, I replied. The next morning my mentor visited my office. New sign. My name in clean letters. You ready? He asked. Yes, I said. You'll make enemies, he warned. I already did, I replied. They just know my face now. He smiled. That's leadership. During the meeting no one spoke over me. No one questioned my authority. Afterward an executive approached. You're different than expected. How so? I asked. You listen, he said. I learned the cost of silence, I replied. That night I sat alone at home. Not lonely. Just quiet. I poured a drink and looked around. Clean space. No trophies. No photos of battles won. Just room to breathe. My phone rang. Unknown number. I answered. Hello. It's me, my ex-wife said. I paused. Are you okay? Yes, she said. Tired? Learning. I'm glad, I replied. I wanted you to hear it from me, she said. I'm working again. I know, I said. I don't expect anything, she added quickly. I just wanted to tell you. Thank you, I said. She hesitated. You sound calm. I am, I replied. I'm not calling to come back, she said. I know that door is closed. Yes, I said. But I wanted to say something, she continued. You were right. About strength. I closed my eyes. I hope you find your own version of it. She breathed out. I'm trying. That's enough, I said. When the call ended, I didn't sit down. I opened the window and let the city air in. For years, I thought losing her meant losing myself. I was wrong. Losing her forced me to meet myself honestly. I texted my mentor. Thank you for not pulling me back. He replied. You walked forward on your own. Mara sent a message. You okay? I typed back. Yes, finally. I looked at my reflection in the glass. Same face. Different weight behind the eyes. No anger. No hunger for revenge. Just clarity. I whispered, this is who I am. And for the first time, I didn't feel the need to prove it. I turned off the lights and went to bed. Tomorrow would come. And I would meet it as myself. I saw her across the park. She froze for a moment, then kept walking toward me. Hello, she said quietly. Hi, I replied. She studied me. You look different. I feel different, I said. Her hands twisted in her bag strap. I never expected to see you here. I didn't expect it either, I admitted. We sat on a bench. Silence stretched for a heartbeat. I wanted to say something, she began. About us. Go ahead, I said. I thought love meant control, she said. I thought being dominant was proof I cared. I nodded slowly. I thought silence meant loyalty. I thought enduring humiliation showed love. Her lips quivered. We were both wrong. Yes, I said. Completely. She looked down at her hands. I lost sight of what mattered. I stayed too quiet, I admitted. I should have spoken sooner, even if it meant conflict. Her eyes met mine. And I should have listened. We laughed softly. Not a full laugh, more like a release of tension we carried for years. I don't hate you, she said. I don't hate you either, I said. She exhaled. I never realized how small I made you feel until it was too late. You never saw me because I let you lead, I said. I thought that was love. It wasn't. Her voice was barely audible. I was afraid of weakness. I thought patience would protect us, I said. It didn't. It only delayed the truth. She nodded. And you were patient. Too patient. I'm done with patience, I said. For myself at least. Her eyes glistened. I wish I could take it back. You can't, I said. And I wouldn't let you. A gust of wind blew through the park. Leaves scattered at our feet. She looked at me. So this is goodbye? Yes, I said. And not bitter. Just final. She smiled faintly. You've always had a way of making closure feel calm. I learned it the hard way, I said. Another silence passed. I wanted to apologize for everything, she said. You did, I replied. And I forgive you. Not for you but for me. Her shoulders relaxed. I don't deserve that. I know, I said. That's why it's enough. She stood. Will I ever see you again? Maybe, I said. But not in the way you hope. Her lips pressed into a thin line. I understand. We walked toward the exit from opposite sides of the park. I stopped at a small table near the fountain. A document waited for me. I picked up the pen. My real name gleamed at the bottom. No aliases. No secrets. No past weight to carry. I signed it slowly. The ink dried and a quiet satisfaction settled in my chest. No one applauded. No one noticed. I folded the paper and tucked it into my portfolio. The fountain bubbled beside me. Water shimmered under the afternoon sun. I thought of everything I had lost. My marriage. My illusions. My patience. And I realized how much I had gained. Strength. Clarity. Freedom. My true worth. I exhaled, letting the air fill me. She was gone from my life. But that absence didn't feel empty. It felt necessary. Necessary for me to exist fully without compromise. Without fear. I turned and walked away. No bitterness. No longing. Just movement. The world stretched ahead, quiet and steady. And I knew justice doesn't always roar. Sometimes it waits. And sometimes it looks like signing your own name, closing the chapter and walking forward. I smiled faintly. Because I finally understood what it meant to choose myself. The sun reflected on the water. And for the first time in years I felt untouchable. Not because I was powerful but because I was whole. I kept walking. And that was enough.